Well, folks, delighted to be joined here today by Ned Kelly, evolution farmer from Ballycommon, Drummondere, County Tipperary. Nice to see you again, Ned, after 6 years with your evolution feeder. Just like a bit of feedback. How is it going for you? What you think of it, and what's your experience?
6 seasons, Declan. And if I can remember correctly, you were one of the installation team.
That's right,
yeah. So I was here at the plough match in 2018, and I think you had just launched it at that stage. So we installed it in just for, I suppose, for calving season in 2019. So we've done 6 seasons with it now, and I suppose we have actually between 900 and 1,000 calves put through it in total, over the 6 years.
Yes.
And it's been, it's a game changer, really. And I found that from day one. Every calf is getting exactly the same amount of feed, and that does make such a difference. Coming from the system I had, where you had a 10-teat feeder up in the gate, obviously a JFC one, and you had that in the gate, and calves were, you didn't know where the 10 of them getting the same amount of milk. So from that point of view, one thing I can see is definitely more even bunch of calves all through.
Yeah.
It's a huge labour saving device. I mean, I suppose before, you go out after milking to mix up replacer, and even the washing up alone, you maybe have 6 or 7 or 8 feeders, by the time you're finished feeding, mixing replacer, by the time you come in, wash out all that, you were talking minimum of maybe an hour to an hour and a half morning and evening. Whereas now it's as simple as going in, having a look at the screen, topping the machine up with a replacer, and if you have no red X's, you have basically you have nothing to look for. Another big thing I find as well, you nearly know the calf is going to get sick before he does get sick, because the first thing it'll affect is his feed. So if you go in and you see a lad hasn't taken the full feed, you'll obviously keep an eye on him. And if you see he hasn't, maybe at the next feed, and hasn't drank the full feed as well, you'll definitely, your attention will be drawn to him. So in that sense, you could nearly treat an ailment before he's fully gone downhill. As I said, we've 6 seasons done. It's brilliant. I mean, I was never left waiting any more than, I'd say, an hour and 15 or 20 minutes for a service guy to be in the yard. So the backup service is absolutely second to none. Have absolutely no complaints that way. And I mean, anytime anybody came, no matter what had to be done, when they left, the feeder was up and running. So in that sense, I mean, if anyone was thinking of purchasing, I've absolutely no doubts or anything negative said. That the service is top class, yeah. But I suppose in 2018, I honestly hadn't fully made up my mind I was going to buy any calf feeder. And I came in here, and I suppose the first thing I noticed anyways, you have the twin chamber machine where you can feed 2 different types of replacer, or you can feed, to 2 different batches of calves or whatever. I was just very impressed with the machine. I suppose, to be fair about it, I know, JFC have a serious good reputation as well, and I suppose the machine is Irish as well, and it's always nice to support local. And as I said, as well as that, when you actually add up what it's saving you in labour, if you take it over 5 years, I mean, it's a no-brainer, really. But I mean, I suppose, I know the likes of my father, now older generation, when I heard it was installed, and this yoke was going, sure, this thing, what you don't need that or whatever. I suppose within 2 weeks of putting in the feeder, and we actually had a few guys in looking, sure, he was the best salesman you had. I hadn't to say a word, because he was going down saying, this is the best thing we've ever done,
No, fair play to you, Ned. Look, appreciate the few words, and great to hear the feedback from farmers, and nice to see you again.
Yeah, sound excellent.